How's it going? How you doing? Good evening. This is Coach Ray with the Brownsville Royal Knights here all the way from Brownsville, Texas. How you all doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Have you had a great week of, playing chess, practicing your chess notes, doing puzzles, running drills, going over openings, practicing your end game. I hope you're getting together with somebody that can help you improve your game. So if you're not doing that, then you need to be, because regionals is coming up, not only here in Texas or not only here in the Valley, but in Texas and in other parts of the United States as well. This is regional month. So we have regionals all over the nations. Then, of course, from there comes state all over the nation. Every state has their own state tournaments. And, of course, we have in April, we start the national tournaments. There's going to be a national in May up in Round Rock here in Texas. It's going to be for middle schools, but all elementary kids that live in Texas can go to it too. The only ones that are not invited are the high schoolers, because they have to go to their high school tournament and all of that. So great, man. It was a great day of chess lessons today. I was at the library. I was talking to this gentleman. They came up and we had a great conversation about chess in general, and hopefully he'll decide to join me for some chess matches or maybe some lessons. I don't know. Older gentleman, right around in the 70s and all that, but he says I can still play chess, and we played a couple of moves, and yeah, he had game. The guy had game, and so then I invited him to our one of the local clubs is Winter Haven, that meets at Winter Haven Resort over on Old Participant Road. There's a 55 plus club there for chess players all over the Brownsville or even the Valley. They also have internet chess club at the same time. When they open, you can play through the internet, or you can go by and play face to face. But anyway, so great, guys. Again, this is Coach Ray with the Brownsville Royal Knights, and we do a show every Saturday. Well, we try to do one every Saturday. Or I try to do every Saturday. Dave will not be here. He's still sick, guys. He's trying to get over this thing. It might be COVID. I don't know what it might not, but he's doing okay. But he just doesn't feel up to being on the show. But yeah, I know he loves to do that, and we welcome his input anytime he can come in. So let's see what's going on. Let's see who anybody making in. Anybody here yet? Not yet, not yet. So cool. Let me make sure my yeah, all my let's see, all my YouTube pages are on. You can see it on the ACTITUD PASIÓN page. I mean, not page, but this ACTITUD PASIÓN YouTube, and you can see it on the Brownsville Royal Knight page as well. And let's see here. I don't see it running on my page, so I guess I need to share it. So let me share it to my page here. And here we go. I'm gonna share that. No, 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 no. Yeah, hold on. No, I don't want to. Do I want to share that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to share it to. I'm just gonna share it to the feed in general, and here we go, and we'll post it, and I'll fix the thing later. So it's running on the feed already, and all that. So let's start with some puzzles, guys. Let's see here. What do we got here? Um, let's share, and we start with some puzzles here. Puzzles here by Lee Chess, and here we go, guys. Here we go, share puzzle. So here we go. Hey, I'm glad all of you here. We got 7 so far, and it's building up to 10. Okay, make some comments, guys, down in the bottom. So this is a puzzle. Black just moved the knight to e5. He's attacking the knight. Of course, the knight is, but he also there was a discovery here, because when the knight moves here, the queen is actually attacking the queen. The queen is unprotected, so that becomes a target. So if you take the free knight here, oops, wrong board. If you take the free knight here, you're going to lose the queen. So it's white to move. What is the best move here? What do you guys think? Hey, somebody's making comments already. Who's that? Hey, Daniel Yo, is this queen takes the pawn? Oh, interesting. Queen takes pawn. Yeah, that would work. And then what if rook takes? I guess queen takes the other pawn, and that would work, right? Queen takes the other pawn. That would work, I guess. Queen takes queen, knight takes, and you don't get anything, or do you? Or do you think about it? Always look on at long range pieces. Remember, the long range pieces are attacking straight lines, right? Always look at the long range pieces. Let's see what we got here. Long range species. Boom, boom. Do I have anything on long range species? No, I don't. Not on this one. But let me go to my test one here, and we go here. Long range species. No, I don't have anything on long range species. Here it's got to be here. So I got a bunch of notes already pre-programmed. But yeah, the long range species, guys. They're your rooks. They're your bishops. They're your pieces that go long distance, like your queen, your um, what else? What else can I say? Your queen, your bishops, and so on, right? So I'm just gonna go with this one, and let me go there. Boom, 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 boom. So there we go. All right, so let's see what's up. Roberto, how's it going? Rook takes pawn. Dice Roberto Reyes. Rook takes pawn would be good because it's attacking the rook. Actually, I like that one, Roberto. I like that one. Rook takes. It's protecting the queen, but then we also have the knight captures check, right? And knight captures check. Queen takes queen. Bishop can move up. We'll try that one. Let's see what else. Alan says, look for the unprotected pieces. Yes, that's right, Alan. Look for the unprotected pieces. That is always true. So who's the unprotected pieces? The queen's unprotected, right? The knight's unprotected, right? So okay, let's do rook takes rook. Okay, boom. Let's see. No, he didn't like, the computer didn't like that move. So what do we have? We have queen takes pawn, right? What else do we have? We have queen takes pawn. Daniel said queen takes pawn. So my solved it. Okay, good deal. So let's see, Mike. What's the answer? Which pawn do we take? Or do we capture the queen? Think about this. Always look at the long range pieces. So we got the rook that's aiming at the queen. We got the rook that's attacking the knight, but he's also aiming at the bishop. The bishop looks protected right now, and guarantee you guys the move is queen takes queen. And the knight takes, leaving the bishop unprotected. Boom! And you got a free piece. And look at that. Look at that. You got it. Success. You see where it says there, success? You got it. Let me repeat that again, guys, because that kind of looked a little bit confusing. The knight captures the pawn in the middle, right? And the idea is just look at this rook aiming. Your pieces are aiming, right? Yeah. Well, what is it? Yeah, that's right. If you, Alan says, if you capture the queen, the bishop is unprotected. That's right. You look at the long range pieces, and the rook is aiming at the bishop. The bishop's only protected by the queen. So if we remove the guard, which is the queen, boom, we get the bishop for free. That makes sense. That's how you should, that you should win pieces. I should have known that it was a diva sack. Well, yeah, well, not so much a diva sack. That was a diva trade. You know, you traded the queens there. All right, let's go for another one here. Okay, continue the training here. Boom, let's go here. This is all courtesy of leadtest.org, guys, right up here. All right, so what's the move here? Bishop just moved into e6, and he's attacking in the area, but however, the bishop is unprotected. All right, the bishop is unprotected. The rook up here is unprotected. So what do? Grandmaster move number one says a good check. Grandmaster move number two says attack the queen. Grandmaster move number three, what is that? Grandmaster move number three says attack any unprotected piece, right? And Grandmaster move number what is it? Number four says create a pin, and then a grandmaster move number five is little pawn attacks big piece, and the last grandmaster move number six is attack a weak pawn, or create a pass pawn. So remember, grandmaster move number one is a, oops, here it is a good check, not just any check, a check that wins material, a check that gains temple, a check that forces the king to move, right? Grandmaster move number two, attack the queen. Grandmaster move number three is attack any unprotected piece. Grandmaster move number four, create a pin. Grandmaster move number 5 is little pawn attacks big piece, and the Grandmaster move number 6 is create a pawn. Every time it's your turn, consider one of these Grandmaster power moves. All right, so what is the move? Let me go back to the comments. The move says, oh, let me go here. Robert says, all right, hold on, Robert. Let's see. Robert says, check knight with rook, and if white rook takes pawn, you check king with the knight, also getting the rook. Okay, let's see. He says, oh, that was for the other one, right? Check bishop with rook. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. See, yeah, that's the move, Robert. That's right. And Daniel had it as well. He was saying, pin the rook on the. Is his first thought? Yes. Because that's the move. Now the pawn pushes. Okay, the protector. Hey, look at here, Alexander. How you doing? Hi, Diana. How you doing? Hope you guys are doing good. Get on the comments and answer some questions here. Yes, the move is that, guys. This is the move. Whenever you have two pieces in a straight line, you get into the line somehow. In between, on the end, whatever, you create a fork, you create a pin, you create a skewer. And in this case, you're creating a pin. The pawn has to protect, but not a problem. Pawn takes pawn, and the bishop can't go anywhere. And so there you go, and you win yourself a piece. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Success. So we got that one. Again, let me back that up again, because a lot of times, guys, this is what I'm talking about. When you have two pieces in a straight line, you get into the line. Does that make sense? This is a game of squares, dark squares, and light squares, and lines. Files, ranks, diagonals. The pieces are just used to control those squares. And so here's the move. Boom. It's a pin. The bishop cannot move out of the way. The bishop cannot move out of the way. So if king moves, we get the bishop for free. In this case, the computer said, okay, I'll protect. I captured, get rid of it. Nothing can happen. He goes here. We capture there. He captures here, gets a pawn. And in this case, boom, we have this. Right? We have this, or do we have anything the knight move? Nah, probably this. That'll work for now, right? And we protect the pawn. The king can now move here, and the knight can move, start moving. And the way we get rid of, the way we would win this game would be to do this. We get rid of the problem, right? We get rid of the problem, which would be, what would be the problem? The problem would be the rook. So in order to win this particular position, you go to these 6 winning techniques. First, you want to get rid of the problem. The problem would be the white rook. So that would be your first goal. Get rid of the rook. Not check, not get the checkmate. I mean, if it's there, you go for it. But the first rule of thumb here is get rid of the rook. Second is attack the weak pawn. And you keep playing those two ideas until you totally tear them apart. Then, of course, here is you create the pass pawn. Why? Because once you create the pass pawn, you want to protect it, you want to promote it, and you want to get the checkmate. Normally in 4 to 6 moves once you queen the pawn. Does that make sense? So that's how we would win this game. All right, let's go to the next puzzle here. Continue the training. There we go. All right, guys. So the bishop move. One square over, he went from D3 to E4. It's black to move. Every time it's your move, remember what I said? You look for the 6 grandmaster moves, right? A good check, attack the queen, attack any unprotected piece, create a pin, little pawn attacks big piece, and create a pass pawn. You look for those every single time it's your turn. So what can we do here, guys? What do we see? Let me go back to the comments and let's see here. What do you think, Alexander? You got your chess brain on? Let's see here. Always activate pieces, move pieces into the squares around the king, right? So in any attack, we want to look at the color of the square that the king's on. We want to make sure our long range pieces, like our rook, our bishop, or queen, are aiming at squares that are around the king, that they're active. A good attack is three or more pieces attacking the king. And of course, sometimes there's a sacrifice to sacrifice to expose the king to more checks, or to destroy the position of where the king's at. Sometimes there's a long queen move, and so on, right? So Alexander says bishop captures a6. Okay, hold on, we're a6 over here, way here. Okay, good. Look at this. He wants to capture the bishop with the rook. The bishop is protected by the knight. So what do? He does a remove the guard. Boom. he goes there, the queen captures, and now the bishop is left unprotected. And so we got a free piece. And there we go. Success. Very good, Alexander. A simple remove the guard. Let me back that up and show you guys again in slow motion. So the bishop moves here. The bishop is protected by the knight. All right. We want to capture this guy with. Here, let me get rid of this. The rook wants to capture the bishop. When you want to capture a piece, but you cannot because it's protected, then you either chase the knight away or you get rid of it. In this case, this bishop, oops, this bishop goes right in there. Remember, you wanted to capture here. The bishop gets rid of this guy, and the bishop is left unprotected. So bishop takes, queen has to take, and of course we get the free piece. Does that make sense? Oh man, yes. What is Daniel? Hold on. Daniel says, good move, Alex. Alex and okay, and he says make moves. Make pieces unprotected like the last puzzle. Yes. Thank you, Alan. All right. So here we go. Continue. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. And we're up. The queen again moves here. What is it? F4. He's attacking this bishop here. The bishop's protected by the rook, but making that move, he's creating a 2-to-1 attack. This is what I call a 2-to-1 attack. Two pieces attacking one piece, and that piece is protected by one. 2-to-1 attacks, I always say, always capture. But it's Black's turn to move. So what should he do here? Sometimes there's the in-between move. An in-between move is a move you do before the move you have to do. Sometimes it's a check. Sometimes it's an attack on a piece that has greater value. And sometimes it's a piece that creates, that forces a move to move out of the protection, right? So what do you think? And Daniel, Alexander's in the row. He goes bishop captures the knight. Bishop captures eight ukela. Hold on, hold on. The queen moves here. It's black. Oh, wait a minute. What happened with this move here? Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's. Hold on, hold on. What happened here? Is that the move? Man. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's bishop captures the knight, the queen captures, and of course now the bishop is left unprotected. Does that make sense? And of course, if rook captures rook, then we would have this, and there's really nothing uh, that the queen can go. Maybe the queen moves here, or something like that. And then again, we have three pieces. So I always say when you're winning, trade. So the idea again would be go to your end game, go to your end game techniques, right? Get rid of your problem would be who's the problem? The white rook and the white queen. So the idea would be let's get rid of the white rook, let's get rid of the queen, let's trade them off, or let's create force exchanges, and then we also attack the weak pawn at the same time. So weak pawns would be like this B2 pawn is weak, it's unprotected, and then if we capture these two guys are going to fall. One of these pawns will run in there. So we can play a little bit through here. So the queen moves here. What can we do? Well, we could even go. I mean, we would love to go here with a rook. Rook takes, queen takes, but we would just lose a piece. So here, what can we do here? We can move the bishop back, right? We can attack. We could attack the rook. I think we could attack the rook, right? Yeah, we could definitely attack the rook. We could attack the rook. We can always bring the bishop back. Yeah, let's attack the rook. Let's see what happens if we attack the rook. Let's say this guy goes there. What's the move in that case? Well, what do you think? Well, Grandmaster Move would say, what would Grandmaster Move? He would say, hey, attack the queen. Boom. There it is. Attack the queen. If this guy goes check, no big deal. We just go maybe here. Maybe he goes there. It's protected. We block and we're okay. He moves here. Well, then we can go here. And now he's got to deal with this. Right? Does that make sense? And if he takes, pawn takes. Ooh, yeah, pawn takes. And look at this. So the queen has to move. Maybe the queen moves maybe there. And what's the move here? Boom, check. He has to move here. And then we wish we could put this bishop here. So what can we do here? Well, we could we could just go here to direct attack. Does that make sense? And let's say he's got to move the queen. Let's say he moves the queen. What is the move? Are we winning? Yes. So what do we do when we're winning? Trade. So the move would be right here. The move would be right there, right? That would be get rid of the problem. Queen takes queen, bishop takes, he takes there. You know, we could even take that guy, or we could just forget it and let him take, because now he's got double pawns, and we go here, we get a queen, and we're totally winning the game. Does that make sense, guys? Cool deal. Let me get back to the comments. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, you were saying if the bishop took the bishop, I believe I get a free rook. Let's see. I think you were right. I think you were right. Let's see here. Or is it this one? Yeah, there we go. You said if the bishop takes the bishop, I believe I get a free rook. Okay, let's see here. You could take here, right? Uh, okay. Let's say he took here, or let's say he took here. You also have this. You also have there. If we forgot to go here, because now if he goes here, then you have here, and he goes here, and now you have this. So that even works. You were right, Robert. That was pretty cool too. Thank you, man. Awesome. Good job. You see what he's saying? Look, guys. Let's see. This is what he's saying. After this guy goes here, the queen takes. We take up here, right? Because let's, even if the king moves over, we can still take. He takes here. What do we do here? Well, we still have this, and we still wind up winning. He captures here, we come back here, and we're still totally winning the game here. He comes to the middle. What do we do? Uh, well, we wish you could go here, so maybe we drop down to control that square, and the rook can go here, and pretty much do something, and all of that. Does that make sense? Cool deal. Awesome, man. Awesome. Good job. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. All right. So cool job. Good job, Robert. All right. So here we go. The bishop moves here. He's protected by the knight. The bishop's attacking the queen. What is the move here? Now, the thing about here is, sorry, Robert. I guess we'll try to come back on that. But the thing is, when they attack my queen, but I have a pin on his queen, capture the pin piece first. That's one. When they attack my queen, but I can capture and attack his queen, capture the piece first. Why? Because the player that eats first eats more. The player that eats more first eats more. Does that make sense? Very good, Alexander. That's the move. Bishop takes. Easy. The bishop's attacking my queen. So what am I going to do? I'm going to create an attack on the queen. So how do I create an attack on the queen? I capture the knight. Boom. And so now he captures and I capture and I win a piece. Does that make sense? That's it right there. Right? Now, let's take that back. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Even game. So when they attack my queen, but I have a pin on his queen, capture the pin piece. What I mean, if the bishop were here, we would capture, but we don't have a pin. So the other thing is, when they attack my queen, but I can capture a piece that attacks the queen, capture that piece. So that's where it is. We're creating still the attack on the queen. Does that make sense? If the bishop were to capture, no problem. I capture. That makes sense. Now the rook has to move, and we still get this. If he captures here, then we capture there, and if he captures here, then we capture there. We're still up 2 pieces, 2 rooks to 1 rook. No matter how you slice this, it's to your advantage. Does that make sense? So capture here. He captures queen, we capture there. Oh, we capture here, and he's got to move, right? He's got to. Maybe he moves here. No big deal. What do we do? We can move. We can move the bishop away, right? We can move the bishop away. No big deal. Or we could just take it. It doesn't matter. I think taking it was better, but because look, what are the rooks supposed to do? They're supposed to control the file. So there we go. We're controlling both open files. Boom. We have a major highway to the other guy's camp. So very good, Alexander. Good, 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 good job. All right. So here we go. All right. So this is the other one. The knight moves here. The knight's protecting the knight. He's coming in maybe with ideas of this, coming in closer to the queen, to the king. That might be the way that knight wants to take. The knights normally take a journey across the board to get to where the king's at. Right. So what is the move here for white? We always look at the long range pieces. Look and see how they're attacking. We got a bishop aiming at the king, pinning the pawn on f7. We have the rook aiming at the queen. We have the queen aiming at the knight, and of course the knights are protected, and of course they can move closer to the center. Again, grandmaster move, a good check. Well, okay, the only check that is here is this one, but that's not a good check. So then attack the queen. Well, if we move this knight, we will be attacking the queen with the rook. Um, we can attack the bishop, can attack the queen. Boom, and aiming over here at h7. The queen can move here and attacking the queen. Where can the knight go to attack the queen? What can we do here? So we have attack the queen, right? But again, there's a pin here. So if we move the knight somewhere, the bishop can capture the queen. So it just depends on what we do here. So what do you think here? What is the move? What do you think? Check queen with knight. Sacrifice the knight and trade queens. Okay, so we got two. We got Robert says Robert. Hold on. Robert Reyes says. Oh, let me put it on the board. I'm looking at the wrong board. Hold on. All right, here we go. Robert says check queen with the knight. Right, that's one. Daniel says sacrifice the knight and trade queens. Ah, cool. Sacrifice the knight and trade queens. I like that one. And then Robert says also checking queen with the rook. In other words, moving this knight out of the way. So I think both of you are trying to say, okay, what happened here? What, did I move something? Oh, there we go. So both of you are saying knight takes, and that was the move, right? Because now look at this. We have a free piece. Does that make sense? Let's look at this in another way. So why this? Because it's a discover attack on here. If he captures the queen, you capture up here, right? And you're still protecting and you're still attacking. If he captures here, not a problem. You capture with the pawn. If he captures here, no problem. You capture here. If he goes there, no problem. We just trade it off. Boom, and we're okay. And then we just simply move the king here to control these three squares so that this rook can go here. Or we don't even have to go there. We could just take this pawn here and boom, get the buffet of pawns. Because if he goes here, and he has to come back. And then, of course, we still capture there. We munch on all of these pawns. Does that make sense, guys? Let's see. That makes sense? So this is why this is the move. Boom. Queen captures. Right? Queen captures. Now, if he protects the bishop, oh, he can't even protect the bishop because, or can he? No, I think the move is no. We would have to go maybe here, or we could take with a knight. We could capture with a knight, but yeah, capture with a knight would be best. And then of course he moves away and we win a piece. Does that make sense, guys? Super cool. Good job. All right, there we go. All right, next puzzle. Here we go, guys. So the rooks are not protecting each other, but they're protected by the queen. Right, queen's protecting both rooks. So what can we do here? Free piece, guys. Free piece. Again, sometimes some pieces are overloaded, right? Sometimes the pieces are overloaded in this case. So what do you think the move is here? Okay, the rooks are not protecting each other. The queen is protecting. So the queen is doing two jobs, guys. The queen is protecting this rook and protecting that rook. So what is the move? Yes, obviously. The queen is overloaded. Let's take away their jobs. Good job. Is queen takes queen and rook has to capture. And then we even get this fork. So he captures here. Oh no, it's protected. So he's got to go here, right? Now, what would the move be here? Do we capture the bishop or is there a better move? What do we think? Yeah, free the bishop and easy. Okay, now answer the question here. What is the best move here for black? Look at the board. What is the best move here for black in this case? Think about this one. Take your time. Take your time. What is the best move for black? Black to move and win. Black to move and win, guys. What do you think? Black to move and win. Black to move. Yes, exactly, Daniel. Good job. Push the pawn because the pawn is protected by the rook. If he goes here, if he moves there, not a big deal. If he moves there, we get this guy anyway, right? Now, if he captures, oh, he cannot capture. He cannot capture. If he captures the rook, then we get a queen, and we're okay. Does that make sense? So the move is probably move here, and of course, then from there we can capture this guy. So we kind of did one of those, right? Uh, he pushes the pawn. If he pushes the pawn to get the rook here, well, the bishop gets him, so he can't even do that. Um, he can't get to this square because his pawn's in the way, right? So he might do this, he might do that, and he might go here. So what's the move in this case? We could this is the pass pawn, right? So I don't know. We have a pass pawn here. We could what do we do here, guys? Let's see. Let's see. White rook would have to back up the pawn line. Yes, right. So he can't go here though because of this. But what is black's move here? Now, again, this is where a lot of times we get some controversy here. I say get rid of your problem. That's just the way I play. Get rid of your problem, right? So the thing is, we go to the end game skills, right? So are you winning the game? Is black winning the game? Yes, black is up 2 pieces, but the real reason black is winning the game is because he's got that pass pawn. Now, white has a pass pawn, but get this: if we draw a square, if we draw the square of the pawn, what do we find? We find that the king is inside the square. Therefore, the the pawn will never make it. The pawn will never make it in. That makes sense. The pawn will never make it because the king will always capture the pawn. If the king's inside the square of the pawn, the king will capture. So the idea is get rid of your problem and attack the weak pawn. The weak pawn is already dead, so we have to get rid of the problem. So who is our problem? The rook. So one of the ways we could do this, and watch this, we can always go here, not only protecting the pawn but protecting the bishop. Right? If he captures, we pin it. And of course, he captures, we capture, he captures, and we have a pass pawn. And we can even go here. It doesn't matter. This is just academic. This is just easy. There's the pass pawn. Maybe he moves here. We move there. We move there. He captures. We capture to the inside. He's got to go back. We capture. What? He doesn't have to go back. He can always go here. And of course, from here, we can push this guy or we can push that guy. He's got to chase it. We push it. He chases it. Here we go. He captures. And of course, this guy just moves. Right? And there it is. Boom, 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 boom. Right? There's no way he can get to it. Right? There's no way he can get to it. And this is how you play when you don't even have to think. Right? Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Get rid of your problem and you don't have to think. You just go. You like that, Daniel? Right? But you got to be able to see this because a lot of times you're not going to make those type of moves, guys. Unfortunately, you're not going to make those moves. Let me go back here real quick because I mean you have wins, you have the win, but the thing is that this rook is still in the game. He still has power to beat you. The king and rook can still checkmate you. So the idea here is, hey, let's get rid of the rook. Let him have it. Boom. Pin. Sas. He captures. Capture. Capture. What does the king do? The king goes and attacks the weak pawn. There we go. Boom. We can even go here with this one. Or better yet, we go here to attack that square. Right? So he's got to go here. We go here. Right? Create a 2-to-1. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, it says it's difficult to see when you're in a game on time. That is true, and this is why you practice. You practice drills like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason you do puzzles. Puzzles give you the strength. I don't know. Are you an adult player or are you a scholastic player? I don't recognize your name. If you're a scholastic player, man, a lot of times scholastic players and even adult players, you normally you play a game and you start it and you finish it. You start it and you finish it, right? So you really don't practice the opening a lot, to where you drill it because you're constantly playing a game, especially if you're in a school team. Hardly ever, if never, do you ever practice end game drills. So guess what? When you're running out of time in the end game, you have no idea what you're doing. I mean, you're smart. You're gonna come up with the best move, but it's not like you know exactly what to do because you've practiced it before. So this is where, in my part of coaching, man, I always have my students run end game drills, different scenarios, and this is why they're able to see stuff like this. It is said that my players could be in a losing position in the end game and still win because they know how to play the end game, whereas another player might not. You know, plus they're taking longer because they're thinking about the best moves. But when you're thinking in the end game of just ideas, you just follow the idea and you take it all along. Does that make sense, guys? All right, here we go. Next puzzle. The queen move, long queen move, and it's attacking the queen and also attacking the free knight. So what should we do? Again, take your time. Take your time. Don't move. Don't move so quickly, right? And see what you can do here. Um, what can we do? Well, I always say, whenever there's knights close to the center, look for forks. Knight creates forks, and there comes Alexander with a winning move. Queen takes queen, the pawn must take, and then obviously Alexander probably didn't write it down. Alexander follow up. He goes create the fork, and of course we go in here. More than likely, that's the correct move. Look at that, it's a success. But of course, he's gonna go here, right? So what do we do now? What do we do here? Well, we can check him, right? We can check him. What can we do? Well, we can attack. We can go the rook all the way here if we wanted to, right? Uh, what else could we do? Is there? What do you think? Check king with both knights. Okay, but we don't have both knights to check, right? Because this guy's gonna lose here. So what do we do? Uh, we want to go there. We want to move the rook all the way up. Maybe move the knight here. The knight's gonna go down, right? The knight's gonna go down regardless, right? So we can maybe go here. I don't know. He captures. What do we do? We could go here to go there. Um, Maybe we go right in here and pin it, right? And then we start attacking this guy with the knight. Somehow the knight needs to get to these two squares, and we're cool. Does that make sense? That's how we would do that. Yeah, hey, hola, ¿qué tal, Tammy? ¿Cómo te va? Saludos. And Alexander's, you're too fast. Yes, he is. Hey, well, you know why he's fast? He does, over 50 puzzles, close to 100 puzzles a day. Alexander is a second grader that's coming to Texas for the national. He's gonna take home a trophy, man. I tell you. Yeah, I believe you got a free queen. Probably, right? Oh yeah, definitely. You will definitely promote it. Okay, so the queen moves into this square right in here. What should we do here? What do you think? Again, take your time. He says, "Thank you, coach. I am a." Oh yeah. You got you passed to the third grade. It's because when we started when we started work coaching you, you were a second grader, and I just that's not stuck in my mind. But yeah, you're older now. You're more mature. So how do we win this? Again, long range pieces. long range pieces. Does that make sense? So look at the queen. The queen's aiming at the queen. The queen's protected by 2 knights. Think about this one, guys. This one might blow your mind. Daniel, you're going to love this one. Think about it. Whenever there's a piece that you want to capture that you're aiming at, you get rid of the protector. So this is like an ultimate get rid of the guard situation. So I'm giving you the hints already, guys. What do you think here? All right. So nobody got it. Oh wow. What do we got? What do we got here? Hey, Antonio Martinez, ¿qué tal? Who else is there? Maria Romo, buenas tardes. Hey, beautiful show, Maria, today that you had. A huge seminar that you did. Awesome. Who else is here? Oh, a bunch of other people. I can't see their names. Actually, here we go. Oh, who says knight takes d5, and then he says, actually, it's bishop. Bishop takes the knight, and then the knight takes. Yes, that is correct. This is the correct solution to this one. So it's here first. Ah, he didn't like it. Ah, no. It's here. You know why here? Because it's attacking the queen. It's a grandmaster move. It's attacking the queen. So now what do? Now we have to take the queen, right? Yeah, we take the queen, and then here, and then boom, the free bishop. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Edu came in. ¿Qué tal, Edu? ¿Cómo te va? So you were saying this one, but that would be the wrong one. But it was a good one. But I think you were talking about the other move. So the idea is knight. Remember, grandmaster move. What are the grandmaster moves, guys? Let me go back to those and show you those. What are the grandmaster moves? A good check. Grandmaster move number 2. Attack the queen. And this is what happened here. The knight is attacking the queen. Grandmaster move. Attack the queen. And obviously the pawn captures. Look at this. There's a pin. There's a pin here. Right? When the pin piece loses the power to move. Because if he moves, he's going to lose the treasure. And that's what happens. We force that knight to move. The knight moves out of the way, and we get the bishop behind it, and we win a piece. Does that make sense, guys? Cool? Awesome. Good job. All right, let's do a couple more, and then we do something else. All right. So the queen challenges the queen, is protected by the rook. What can we do here? Oh my goodness, look at this. So what can we do here? Hey, Daniel says, yeah, that's what I saw. All right, good job. So what can we do? What can we do here? We have always look for the overloaded piece. An overloaded piece is a piece that's doing 2 jobs. He's either pulling this way or he's pulling that way, but he can't pull in both directions. He cannot protect both pieces. He's either going to protect this one, which means he's going to move in this direction, and he's going to leave this piece unprotected. So yes, very good. The rook captures the rook. No, you got it wrong. Because queen takes queen, and rook takes queen. Sorry, that one's not the right one. Hey, I don't think you've gotten one wrong in a couple of shows, Alexander. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, rook takes rook, Daniel. That is correct. No, rook takes rook is not the answer either. Rook takes rook is not the answer because queen takes. So think about it. Yes, you corrected yourself. Very good. Queen takes queen is the answer. The rook has to capture back, leaving the rook unprotected, and the rook just flies in for the check, getting the pawn. Right? So here we go. The queen captures the queen. The rook's protecting the rook, guys. The rook's protecting the rook, but he's got to leave the rook alone to capture the queen. The rook is now left unprotected, and the rook captures, check. The king has to move out of the way, and whatever happens here will happen. You know, we have a rook already on the 8th rank. We wish we could get it on the 3rd. The bishop's not doing anything here. We got knights coming into the center, maybe here. But I think the best move. Let's see. It's just probably move the rook to the middle of the board and create. Rooks belong on open files. Does that make sense? Yes. Roberto, you were correct. Queen takes queen was the answer. Ah, that makes sense. Oh, he's laughing that Alexander got one wrong. All right, cool. Hey, man, hey, not bad for a third grader, huh? All right, cool. So the little pawn attacks the bishop, but there is a queen takes queen possibility. So what do we do here? This one's easy, guys. Hey, dice Roberto, I looked at that backwards. These pieces are making me really think now. Hey, you know what, guys? If you guys train on test, on that other chess.com puzzles, man, I've gotten a lot of people that tell me that Lee test puzzles are harder. And this is where my students train, guys, on Lee test. So, yeah, look at this guy, man. Alexander says queen takes queen. Yes, you're right. The queen is protecting the pawn. The bishop wants to capture the pawn. Well, we get rid of the queen. He goes here, and look at this beautiful fork. And of course, free rook. Does that make sense? Yeah, queen takes queen, then check with bishop. Good job, Roberto. And of course bishop takes the knight. Does that make sense? Let me go here. So queen takes queen, pawn takes because he's got to take the queen back. The bishop takes, creating a fork. Bishop goes. I mean, king can move. It doesn't matter, but bishop blocks in this case, and we got a free piece. All right. Again, would it be a good idea for bishop to take knight? No. When you're losing, protect your pieces. You do not trade when you're losing. You only trade when you're winning. So here, maybe this guy might move. Maybe he can't even move there. He's got to maybe move the bishop, or maybe he can castle. Or yeah, let's say he castles, right? So what do we do? Well, we just bring this guy right back. If this guy gets attacked, we just bring him right back and we start again. No big deal. Does that make sense? We start again all over. And let's say this bishop goes here to attack this guy. So what do we do, man? Queenside castle, bring the rook to the middle. This pawn's problems. So maybe he goes here. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Hey, there we go. We can go into this one first because we have a fork going here. So he's got to move away. He moves here. What is the move here? Let's see if you guys can tell me the move here. When you're winning, trade. When you're winning, trade pieces. What is the move here? Every time it's your turn, attack the unprotected piece. The unprotected piece is the bishop. What color's the bishop on? He's on a white square. Very good. Oh, even better. I was gonna go here, but hey, I just glanced at it, but this is the best move. This is the best move. The king has to go here, and the rook captures, and he's totally fried. Yes. Roberto says, what is it? Check with the knight, free bishop. Good job. And of course, check with the knight. Good job, guys. You guys are right on it. And of course, when he goes here, what is the move? Think about it. Well, we could capture here, right? We could capture there, but we can always just bring this rook over. I think that's the better move. Because even if he walks away, even if he does this, we simply go here. It doesn't matter because we're getting rid of the rook. He goes here, then we go here, and we got this. If he moves here, or well, he's not gonna move there. He's gonna capture. We're gonna capture. He's gonna move here, right? And then we have a check. No, the check doesn't work. Oh, look at this. We have a check here. He moves here. Um, we could check here to put him on this line. Put the king on the edge of the board. We could do that. I would say there. I would say that's the move, and then come in here with this, and we're totally winning anyway. And the king's stuck. That makes sense. I wouldn't mind sacrificing that to create this piece. The bishop's useless anyway. We simply go here and then bring the king here and go there, and uh, totally win the game. You guys agree with this? Super, 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 super cool, man. All right. Any questions out there, guys? Any questions about positions or anything like that? Let's see. Let me look at here. Cool. Everything's marching cool. Uh, this guy. I think this guy is on. Oh, that guy didn't get it on. All right, cool. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let me share this into this other. Come on, man. Doesn't let me share. I guess not. I don't know. All right, so see what happens. Oh, guys. Well, anyway, guys, you share this off, share it up, and all of that. Okay, so now let's do a little bit of something else, guys. Let me see. We got a couple. What time? Where are we? We got 50 minutes. So let me stop sharing here and let me share something else. Let me look at my tab here. What do I want to share? Let's look at a game. Let's go to analyze board here. And let's look at a game. Oh, I don't like this one. Okay, hold on. Is it this one? Yes. All right, so here we go. Let me bring this guy all the way over here. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? All right, so here we go. I'm gonna make this board bigger for you guys so you guys can see it. Oops. Oh yeah, this is a different board, so we gotta make it a little bit bigger. And there you go. All right, guys. So I wanted to look at a little bit of the opening, the Bonomi. Let me flip this around, flip the board, and let's look at this, guys. Let's see here. What do we do here? No, that's fine. All right. So, uh, let's look at a simple game from the Bonomi. The Bonomi is an opening that you can play against what is it? You can play it against d4, right? And so let me introduce the first moves pretty much, or some of the first. Well, no, let me just go into a game here. Hold on, I had a game here that we were gonna do, or I was gonna show you guys. Okay, here we go. Uh, let's look at this game. All right. So black is Tau, and so this is the move here. The move is d4. So the Bonomi, the modern Bonomi, is played against d4. All right. So the move here is this. The number you have two moves. You have d5 and you have the knight to f6. The knight to f6 is the more powerful moves for black. All right. Then of course white does c4, which is of course the Queen's Gambit, right? So he's going along the ways of the Queen's Gambit. And to that, this is where this is the Bonomi right here. C5, if he takes it, you go check. And whatever he moves, and the queen captures the pawn, and you have two pawns in the center. He only has one pawn in the center. And that's one of the ideas here with this. All right. So he pushes the pawn and the move is e6. If he takes this pawn, then this pawn takes here, and you're going to castle, and the rook's going to have this open file attacking the weak pawn f2. And so to that, this guy simply develops, you capture, he captures, and you must protect this c5 pawn that later on, once you get rid of this b2 pawn, will become a pass pawn, and you hold on for later. That's a treasure for later. Does that make sense? All right. So the knight develops. The knight develops. And normally you have the a6 to control that square so that the knight doesn't go here, or bishop. But in this case, we're going to, instead of developing the bishop here, we're going to fianchetto the bishop and attack this long diagonal here, which is a very good way of doing this. All right. The pawn comes to the center. It's protected by the knight. All right. And of course, whenever you push a knight pawn, guys, you always bring the bishop into play, and you fianchetto that bishop. And now this black's ready to castle. The bishop goes to e2 because there's no good here, no good. The check's useless. So he goes here, creating a battery here and also protecting the knight. In case this bishop goes here, I'm sorry, in case this bishop goes here, the bishop's already blocking the possible pin. So we have a castle, and castle to both sides. Now, when they castle to both sides, at some point you're gonna either play white will probably try to play f4 and black will try to play f5 to so that you could create a rook leaf. It just depends. More than likely, the f5 will not be played for black because of this pawn here blocking the path of the rook going through here. But white can definitely play it, creating space. The rook can then move to f3 and move here and move across, or move to h3 and move this way. That's one of the plans when you castle to both sides. All right, so the rook moves over, getting on an open or semi-open file. Rooks are best in open files, right? The knight goes to d2, taking a trip back with the idea of going to c4, and also with the idea of f4. That's the idea here, f4. Now, here's a funny move. You guys were told don't move the knights to the edge. Well, I tell you this: if you throw a ball against the wall, the ball's not going to stay in the wall. He's going to bounce back, right? So the knights sometimes they move to the edge. In this case, this is the move with the idea of bouncing back to the middle or bouncing back here. It just depends. So the idea is if you move a knight and you leave it there, then it's terrible. But if you move a knight with the idea of bouncing to a different square, then it's okay. All right. And besides, if he bishop takes, pawn takes, no big deal, open file, and he doesn't want to deal with that anyway. The rook goes to e1 is the move, and of course the knight bounces back. And there we go. The knight's attacking that square. The knight's attacking the center. Here we go. He might even go back here and then push into f6. So see what happens there later. a4, boom, stopping the knight from having any action on b5 for now, and b6. And we have a pawn chain here. And we also have this ability to bring the bishop here once we get rid of that bishop. And it'll become really, really, really cool. Again, does does black have any problems here? No. Black is okay. He opened up with the Bonomi. White has to, stop whatever he's used to doing because he's got to deal with this opening. The queen goes to c2, normal. But again, he's being blocked by this pawn, so maybe the queen might have been better. Again, f4 would have been the better move a long time ago, maybe with the queen here, maybe with the queen coming to this square instead of this. All right. Here comes the bishop. Boom. Now, they consider this an interesting move, right? And of course, h3 is played, which is a bad move. This is a bad move. Now, pay attention, guys. Get up close to the screen. Take notes. Take a picture. Screenshot this, and maybe write down the moves, guys, because something is happening. In fact, I'm gonna ask you, what do you think is the best black move coming up? Granted, the knight at g4 is in trouble. He's got to move back, or he's got to move, right? He's got to move. What do you think is the best move for the knight here? Granted, this is tail. That's playing, right? So, what do you think? I'll give you a few moments to think about this position. Again, this is a Bonomi. What do you think? Anything? Anything at all? Huh. I stunned Alexander, huh? Let's see. Let's see what Alexander's got. Let's see. Or who? Ah! No way! No way! How in the world did you get that one? Are you using your engine? Edu says the knight back. And the knight back would be a safe move. Esa movida estaría bien. No corre peligro. But the move by the third grader is correct. The sacrifice at F2. Good job. I don't know if you've seen this game or if I've showed you this game before, Alexander, but that is the correct move. Sacrifice. The idea here is that you expose the king to more checks. So this gets a double exclamation point, which is excellent. Excellent. Pay attention to this, dude. This is where we take you to the next level, dude. The king captures, of course, and in comes the queen. Whenever you sacrifice a piece, you expose the king to more checks. And the idea is, if you don't have material to come up and beat up on the king, don't sacrifice. Your pieces must be ready to move into the empty squares that you have created. The pieces must be ready to move into the lines that you created, whether it be the diagonals or files. This is where the action comes in. But if your army is undeveloped, is asleep, is useless, do not sacrifice, because you are going to win. Stockfish, haha. Just kidding. No, no, he figured this one out, man. Uh, you see, he said no, no, did not. No. Alexander has a brilliant brain, guys. Quite frankly, man, I've been working for him with him a while, and I'm seeing that, man. Uh, he comes out with some really good moves. And I like that, and I keep challenging him because again, I've been saying he's going to go to nationals. He's going to bring a trophy home, and if he doesn't, well, great. He's going to learn a lot of experience, and he's going to come back stronger than ever. You know, but he's going to go beat up on those middle schoolers. Anyway, the queen goes here with a check, right? And the king hides back. He goes to f1. All right, he goes to f1. What is the move now? What is the move? Give me the next black move here. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. It's the knight. Why? Because we're threatening. This is what I call a mate in one attack, a checkmate in one attack. Not that it's going to be checkmate, but it forces the opponent to deal with it. He's got to deal with that square, right? And obviously, the knight has to come back here. Look at the knight. All the pieces are retreating now. They're protecting against that checkmate, right? All right. So let's see. What can black do next? Think of the next move, guys. Think of the best move. Look at this. The bishop's attacking here. We've done this one, Alexander. We've done this. We've done this. This is the position that we've worked on before. Maybe that's why you remember it. But let's see who can give me this one. Ah, no, no, not the bishop. It's too slow. That's too slow. Bishop H. It's too slow. Think about it. Think about it. Well, it's over. Yeah, but hey, the burger's on the grill, man. You better pull the burger out or it's going to catch on fire. So, what's the move? Yes, that's right. The move is the brilliant move, Queen Sacrifice, capturing the pawn with the idea of mate in one again. Look at this, checkmate. So, the pawn, I mean, there's no way he can land a piece here. Now, he can maybe go there. He can maybe go there, right? But again, he's totally losing the game now. So he captures, and of course, boom, we have the checkmate. Does that make sense? So that, but he's not gonna. Kayla, no, 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 no. Oh my goodness, I hate when this happens, guys. I messed up. All right, let's see. Can I do that? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. But anyway, we're kind of running out of time. But hey, look up the game. Let me. Man, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Here we go. Here we go. Look at the game. If you want to look at the game, here I'm gonna put it on the. I'm gonna put it up here. Create a. Hold on, hold on. Let me take. Let me take this out. Oh, where is it? Where is it? No, not that one. There you go. All right, let me take this out so that I can go. Where did I go? So that I can go here, and I'm gonna put the name of the game here for you guys to see it. This is. Hold on, let me get my computer here. This is the game here. And this happened in USSR, Russia, Moscow. And this happened in 1957. So if you plug that into the Grandmaster games, Uh, grandmastergames.com. You should be able to bring this game up. Let me pull it up here, and there it is. Here it is. You're gonna put it right there. There it is. That's the name of this game here. Those are the two players, the two grandmasters that were playing this. Again, this happened in Moscow in 1957. Look it up, and you'll see the rest of the moves. It's about maybe another 10 moves, and the guy totally loses. So, guys, again, have a great, 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 rest of the evening, and a great Sunday, and practice. If you're a scholastic player, you definitely need to be doing some chess lessons with a private tutor. Call me or anybody else that you may know in the area. Get somebody that's going to challenge you. Get somebody that's going to have 100% passion for your success in your chess career. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you pay for what you get for. You either get a tutor that's going to work with you 1 hour, or you're going to get a tutor that's going to be working with you throughout the week, whether you're face to face or not. Most of my students get with me 1 hour a week, then over the computer, they're getting some sort of feedback. Either they're playing games with me or whatever, man, but it's there. Hey, yeah, bye bye. Good. So thank you, Diana. Thank you, Alexander. We'll see you tomorrow morning, Alexander, for your lesson tomorrow. He normally does his lesson in the morning on Sunday mornings. But guys, have a awesome, had a great time. I always look forward to this. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. And so, guys, again, practice. Play a lot of games. Play slow games, guys. Game 10 is a good slot to play practice. Don't worry about losing on time. If you lose on time, as long as you have better position, you're going to get stronger. If you lose on time and you have bad position, you're not going to get stronger. Does that make sense? So great. Está bueno. Take care. So guys, we will see you. Have an awesome, awesome week. And call me if you need some coaching. Take care. Bye bye.